Hello and welcome back to the Great Greenhouse Build. Guess what? It rained a lot. And I mean a lot. A lot full of water. It's actually gone down since it was at its height. I tried to build a little dam there one day out of dirt from inside, hoping to stave off the water, which proceeded to, see, first I put a bunch of dirt down in there, thinking, oh, I'll be clever. I can start filling in the area. It went right over the top of that dirt. It went over the top of that. Not heavily, but over in that corner. It came across there. It went to the lip of that garage, followed it down there, and started going around the front of the garage. So, we'll get more to that in a minute. Flood outside. Okay, but water made it inside the front of the greenhouse here. So that's a sloppy mess. Got a little tiny dry spot right there. Little tiny dry spot. You can see where I had a leak and it dripped right there. So it came from there. There's more leak there. There's a leak over there and a leak over here. They're little leaks. They aren't what happened to the rest of this floor. This floor is soaked from underneath. Water came up. I guess I had an animal in here last night. Look at those tracks. Somebody dug a little thing, I'll bet you. Well, that's a pretty good sized paw. Might have been a raccoon. I don't know. It's wide open there, so I have not. There's an actual paw print. Probably cat. Looks more like a cat now that I looked at it. But anyway, all this water, wetness came, I'd say, from probably just underground behind that wall. I don't even want to go walk back there because it starts over there. There's a swale that goes all the way across and stops right about there. And then behind my garage are rocks, and they're all filled in with dirt and they block the water. So I'm going to have to take and dig a trench all the way across the back of my garage to get to the other side of the yard where this well keeps going, so that all that water can drain through the back. Biggest problem, the hole I dug, literally filled with water. Let's see exactly how deep it is. Yeah, I got about 3 or 4 inches of water standing there. And it's the whole way across, and it's filled, and I have to wait till that water goes down till I do anything else now. I might just fill it back in and wait until springtime, and things start to dry out in springtime after the spring rains, to actually build the tank that I want to build here. I was hoping to do it over the winter, but I can't do it with water standing in there. If the water table is really that short here. I mean, it's like just down to the original dirt layer. Because remember, when I first moved into this yard, I went and I put a huge pile of sand right about the center of it was right about there. And it was as tall as the roof of this. And I spread all that dirt all the way around the outside here, so I have an island that's dry. And it's dry. But 3 inches down, where the ground turns clayish, and if you dig into the clay, you get that. Boom. Just like that. So, to put 4 foot deep, that's what I want to do. I don't see it happening right now. I want to go 4 foot down, and then probably at least as high as that there, so it's waist high across the top here, and can be used as a table on top for a water tank. I really don't want to cut off the 4 feet into the ground, because that's where all the geothermal control is going to be, being able to pump heat into the ground here. So I really wanted the tank to go down in the water, or down below the line of the dirt. You know. Anyway, it's the flood. Apparently a cat thinks this is a litter box. But anyway, I have a water problem. And the water problem doesn't even include the little drips that I'm still getting from the rain that I'm trying to solve. Pretty darn close. I understand what it's doing, but I haven't finished fixing it yet. I do have the start of my electrical. There's that one. There's one up there. There's one up there. There's one there. There's one down there. And we have to run the pipe for them, but we haven't yet. Letting my daughter's boyfriend do the electrical work, because, you know, he works in electricity. Hey! Anyway, flood, sadness, dam, insufficient, lake, annoying, gray weather, sucks. I want it to be summer again, so I can actually do stuff. And anyway, I'd like to thank you all for actually listening to me, if you have. I don't know. My videos don't tend to get a lot of viewers right now. Hoping sometime someone goes, hey, wow, that guy's interesting. Let's share this. And suddenly I have viewers and stuff. But right now it's just me talking to myself. So that's all right too, because I have to go back and try and remember what I thought at the time, different times. So I guess I don't really care if there's actual viewers or not. Well, yes, I do. I do care. I care about you. Whoever you are listening to me, I'll shut up. And yeah, the water problem, it's bad enough that I had to tell the kids, don't park back here no more. At least for the winter. We're done. I don't need more trenches, dirt things. That water, I need to get drained. Okay, bonus footage. Bonus footage. Let's go around back here real quick. This is the other side of the garage I was talking about. See, that swale works somewhat. I should make it better. I should go across the whole back here and go into there where the dirt's higher and not letting the water come this way, because that's where it wants to go. Right at the corner of that fence post, the water stops, and there's a pathway all the way out the back, but it stops because the dirt's too high into here. And you can hear my feet squishing. I'm not going to go all the way down here, but you can see another lake. This one's my own fault. I can walk up on the side here a little bit because it's higher, but yeah. I put that bed in not thinking 2 years ago that if I put a bunch of dirt there, it would stop the water from being able to go where it naturally wants to go. So I dug a little trench there. It proved insufficient. Water does go out through it, but I still get standing water. I'm going to have to do more, or fill that dirt in or something to get it to drain properly. Water also fills in on this side over here. There's a little hump where I'm standing, and I built I dug another little trench that goes through there. When it rains, they pour water into the neighbor's yard. I'm sure they're not completely happy with it, but that's all right. Nature. I can't stop it. Anyway, water from that drain comes underneath the deck, comes out right there, and then pours into the ground over here. If it gets high enough, it comes through here and comes over there. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, you get the point. It rained a whole hell of a lot, and now I'm soaking wet. And I'm going to have to do something about it in the spring. Because I ain't doing it now. It's too wet and too muddy for me to do it now. Which means it's also too wet and too muddy for me to do anything else. Really. Check out my workbench. I cleaned it. I put a little extension. This didn't go all the way to the wall. I'm sure there was a reason for the people that owned it previously for it not to go all the way to the wall there. But I want it to go all the way to the wall so I can stack things there. This needs finished. The electrical is a little wonky out here. So my daughter's boyfriend is going to take a new line from over there where the power comes out to the garage, put it through the ground up into here. So I've got a new underground that comes over here, because right now this one doesn't work great, and there's sections of the lights in here that don't work. We're going to go through the wall over there into the greenhouse, so he's got work to do. Anyway, that work can be done this winter, but not by me. I guess I'll piddle around in here a little more today. Not much else I can do. It's wet. It's wet. It's wet. It's so freaking wet. I hate it. Have a wonderful day. Oh, see? Coffee. It's old. Okay, I should probably stop talking now. Stop. Would you just stop 15 minutes is long enough.